So for today's video, we'll talk about Filipino characteristics. So the characteristic that makes a Filipino vary from different society is his uniquely blended cultures and values from different influences. Filipino values for reasons for several influence that shapes its identity are bipolar like a coin that has two sides. They may either be positive or negative in polarity. Let us take for example the value of utang na loob or depth of gratitude. The value of utang na loob, the altruistic drawing of interior goodness of person by returning a debt of gratitude, is by itself positive. However, when one is to honor a debt of gratitude and return the favor, then it becomes negative. So let's talk about the three main obligations that under the Filipino values orientation. So first is personalism. It's a Filipino traits where and they gave importance to interpersonal relations to face-to-face encounters. Filipino usually extend their works or service through personal touch or handles problem solving through good personal relationships. So second is familialism. Focus on the welfare interests of the family over those of the community. The family is the basic of group actions and almost all community activity centers on the family. In decision makings, it is the family that decides rather than the individual on important matters. It takes into considerations the welfare of the family are not the individual. The family honors not the personal image that it takes when a family member makes mistakes. So third is particularism. Refers to the strong family influence on the individual or group behaviors. This is shown where individuals strive to promote their own and their family's interests over the community interest. Popularity among the peers is prevalent and observable. Thus, Filipinos make special efforts to entertain friends and relatives. Pagkikisama is very important. Conformity to proper codes of conduct yields toward of cooperations, while non-conformity results to withdrawal of support. So, let's us try to discuss some of the values in the Filipino societies and reevaluate them to develop a more positive value of Filipino individuals. Utang na loob is situations where an individual is required to return a favor or service received. However, that return of such service or favor cannot be translated into monetary equivalent and may reciprocated in a month of service or even a lifetime. Second is bahala na. Filipinos by nature are a religious group of people. They firmly believe in the supernatural and in all kinds of spirit dwelling in individual's person, place, or things. They believe in a supreme being who will take care of things for them. The Filipino is very religious, has a saint to pray to each day of the week. The term bahala na comes from the words bathala na. It reflects the Filipinos' dependence on the supernatural being and faith. This tends to move towards the commonly conceived procrastinations characters of the Filipino. Third is manyana habit. Manyana habit, can be traced back in the Spanish colonization's era. The term mañana is a Spanish word that means tomorrow. This is a Filipino that traits that enforce procrastinations, practice of putting of works to be done in the near future or in the last minute. This habit is exemplified through the mamaya na or bukas na. Fourth is ningas kugon. The term ningas kugon translates to burning of kugon's grass. As a Filipino traits, it means that Filipinos tend to have a strong enthusiasm in the beginning of each work or endeavors, but gradually slows down and lost their drive to work and finish the job. It is said that in work, Filipinos tend to do their job half-baked or leave it unfinished. So, amor proprio. As a reinforcement to the Philippines traits of hiya or shame, Filipinos are akin to the traditional attitudes of saving face. Amor proprio is another Spanish term that means a sense of self-esteem or self-respect that prevents a person from swallowing his pride. It also means ego defensiveness or maintaining one's dignity and personal pride. According to the Philippines Australia Business Council, amor proprio often implies a vindictive reactions. So last is bayanihan. An article entitled Filipino Cultures, Bayanihan, the Filipino value that must be retained. It describes bayanihan as bayanihan is a course of essence of the Filipino cultures. It is helping out one's neighbors as a community and doing a task together, thus lessening the workload and making the job easier. It is also called the community spirit. It be best exhibited when people wish to move locations in the rural area. The traditional Filipinos house, the bahay kubo, can be moved using wooden poles which are carried from the old place to the new one. This requires a group of people to lift and carry the house on their shoulders. Able-bodied and men usually participate in such feats, while women stood and watched, casually chatting and cheering the men on. The men. So guys, that's all. Thank you and God bless.